Hi there, this is Vani and today you're gonna learn how to get your desired IELTS band score. So if you can score an 8 plus in your IELTS speaking test, that means you can talk fluently in English and you can express yourself. And if this is your goal, then you should start doing these top 4 things starting from today. By the way, if you don't know what is IELTS, just read this blog where I have mentioned everything in detail. You will find the link in the description box below. Now let's get started with our top 4 tips. Tip number 1. Record yourself and practice speaking. You know, the easiest way to practice English is by recording yourself. When you record yourself and you listen to it, your mistakes will become so clear, they will become so transparent that you will exactly know where you have to work on. So here is what you should do. Number 1. Make a list of commonly asked questions in IELTS. Number 2. Randomly pick a topic each day from that list. Number 3. Record yourself when you speak on that topic. And once when you finish speaking, listen to that recording and look at these 3 things. Number 1. Your grammar. Well, grammar is not directly tested in the exam, but the moment you make a grammatical error while speaking, your examiner will deduct the marks. So, don't give a chance to your examiner to do that. You can listen to your own recording and spot your errors then and there. And if you can't do that on your own, you can take help from a mentor or a friend who has fluent English. Number 2. Your pronunciation. Well, it is not important for you to have a British or an American accent, but it is very important that whatever you speak, each and every word should be clear. It should be audible and it should make sense, and it should have the correct pronunciation. And don't speak in a monotone. Speak in a flow, taking natural pauses whenever required. The third thing, your vocabulary. I understand it is not easy to memorize vocabulary. So instead of memorizing words, mugging up words, this is what you can do instead. When you listen to your recording, try to replace the overused word with a new or a better vocabulary. For example, you use the word good quite often, right? For example, she's good, the weather is good, this is good, that is good. So instead of using good again and again, you can use so many other words like pleasant, sound, valuable, satisfying, praising. There are so many words that you can use, and this is how you will improve your vocabulary. Now, before I move on to my second tip, give this video a thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button if you have not already. Now let's talk about tip number 2. Get yourself a mentor or an expert. See, IELTS is a major exam where you invest your time and your money, and it is obvious that you don't want to miss out on any opportunity of moving abroad. And I personally believe that when you have a life-changing goal, you should have a mentor. Someone who is an expert in the language and someone whom you trust. So find yourself a mentor. Someone who can correct your mistakes, give you a constructive feedback and show you the right approach. And until and unless you reach your goal, make sure you stick to your mentor and follow all their feedbacks. And if I talk about my personal experience on Ingvarta of helping students who are preparing for IELTS, the application makes it very easy for the users to get a regular feedback of the experts. The users, they just go on the application and they set their goal as preparation for IELTS. And then the app gives them an IELTS topic each day. The users, they just prepare themselves on that topic and they call an expert and they speak on that topic. And the experts, they correct their mistakes and they give them a better or an advanced vocabulary or phrase to use instead of what the users are already using. And these sessions, they are always recorded so that the users can go to the recordings and they listen to the suggestions given by the experts and they can practice on the same topic as much as they want. So if you have not tried the Ingvarta app for your IELTS practice, just give it a try. You can use my code to avail a discount on your practice plan. Now let's talk about our third tip. Don't use slang words or filler words too much. Look, the IELTS speaking test is supposed to be a normal conversation between two people in English. So you don't have to get too formal with your words like during an interview. And avoid using these slang words that we subconsciously use with our friends like lol, Come on. Okay, lit. So you are certainly not expected to use these words while speaking. And if I talk about using filler words, for example, I was born and brought up in Delhi. So when you use the filler words like it won't really hamper your scores. But if you keep on using them again and again, then it will definitely be a red flag for your examiner. So the important points to remember is that do not repeat any vocabulary or any filler words in your IELTS speaking test. Because if you keep on using a word over and over again, the examiner might think that you are nervous or maybe you're not getting the right word to speak. So here are some really helpful filler phrases that you can use. So you can say, actually, what I mean is, and then you can start with your sentence. Or you can also say, I mean, and then you can start again. Or you can also go with, anyways, moving on. Or you can also say, I feel like, and then you can start with your sentence or whatever you want to say. So when you practice for your speaking test, don't just learn one or two filler phrases. Make sure you learn several of them so that you get time to think and you can show that you have a wide range of vocabulary when you speak. Now let's move on to our last tip, tip number 4. Learn how to break a pause. When the examiner asks you a question and you need some time to think, which is completely alright. There is no harm in doing that. But if you can just cover the silence with a phrase, it will help you to earn an extra point. So these are some phrases that you can use. You can say, actually, I've never thought of that before, but I would like to answer it. Or you can also say, I think I might need some time to answer that. And you can say that with a genuine natural smile on your face when you speak. Or you can also say, that's an interesting question, but I think I might need few seconds to think about it. So these are some phrases that act as great fillers, and they are a great way to break that awkward silence and make you sound more confident even when you do not know the answer. And remember, it is not important that you have to know the answer to everything. It is just your opinion that matters. You know, these are small changes, but when practiced regularly, they will have a combined effect on your IELTS score. So just take a 30-day challenge and give them a try. And I am sure that you will notice a change yourself. So let me start this cycle by giving you your first topic. Tell me about your childhood friend. Think about it and then speak. And if you want my feedback on it, then send it on vani@ingvarta.com and I shall review it in my future videos. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and all the very best for your IELTS preparation.
Ingvarta, your English practice playground. No judgment, only motivation and constructive feedback. Join today.